Alright, hey guys, welcome back. This is C-Rock. How's it going? Here we are back in the campaign of the 1v1. Me versus my cousin, and it is the AI has decided to attack me. The audacity. They must have, they have decided to attack me, and my cousin is playing as the AI. He brought quite the wide array of cannons, I will say. These wooden cannons, and then he even has these, the unlimbering cannons, too. And I had to, I didn't know where they were going to set up, so I had to go ahead and move my general and move my guys, and it did cause me to lose a few, I think. Now he's just shooting at this and this. Nobody's died yet over here. So now I also did have reinforcements come on. I guess I don't know if he saw these in battle, but I decided to rush these over here. You know, we'll see them be rushed. And I wanted to keep these guys over here. These over Levy Spear. And these are infantry, Levy infantry. So these have guns and these have spears. A big stick with a fork on the end. Pretty much. That's what it is. So he will need to try and take this area with his army. Oh, as he completely obliterates that. And it is no more. It is no more. So I'm going to speed it up because he's going to bombard me a little bit. Slow it down just a tad bit. You know, I don't know how accurate they are. I'd have to look into that one. Oh, look at it go. Or is it hit? Nobody knows. Over there. So, he is firing with these for right now. He probably should have not fired with these as much, because I am trying to pinpoint my men, and as you can see, we just got here just in time to see them destroy this area and make my men fly in the air. Yeah. I did try to maneuver my men to hide as best as they could behind the certain areas to not get completely bombarded, although I still did lose troops, and these guys were rushing on in past here. What he could have done is completely aim at these guys and wipe them on out as they're coming on in on this. That would have been devastating if he destroyed this. I don't know if you can destroy the bridge in the game. That is a very good question. It wouldn't have been easy. Probably not. But you can blow the crap out of it, which does affect the people that are running across the bridge. So, now that I got them across, I'm going to bring them back over here. And I guess he didn't know where he could go ahead and cross at. Now, you can just walk across this. You don't need to walk across the bridge. I do demonstrate that later. I put my general in the back here. I got him, but you do cross faster, I think, with the bridges or something like that. Okay. You know, it's nice. The moat is nice. They didn't have that in any of the medieval ones, where they should have had it, maybe. Yeah, that would have been interesting. I don't know, right? Did they have moats in Medieval too? Comment down below if they did, please. Then I will know that they did. Okay. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit to go ahead and see. I do know that he moves. Now, we see that he is moving his troops over to this side because he wishes to cross the bridge over here. So, he's going to go ahead and move his troops over there. And we're going to set them on up. And then we shall fire at them. Let's go ahead and slow that down. And watch the marching. We shall. And we shall watch these ones too. And I shall put it on play. Okay. Now, he will start to fire on me. Notice where I have decided to place my troops here. I decided to hide my troops behind the hill here. This I thought would protect me a little bit. And we shall see how I decide to approach them. Okay. I did decide to approach them from the lower grounds, thinking that hopefully they wouldn't be able to fire on me as easily, or I wouldn't be in their line of sight with this guy. But what he wanted to do is have them fire directly, I guess, on this in particular. I don't know what the best decision is to technically do in the battlefield. I would say the best decision is to leave. Why else not? On the double. So, as you now make it across, because I don't think he knew that you could not, because you can cross beforehand at like other spots. You don't need to go across this. It's just easier or something. And as I'm now moving my men back across this bridge, because I wanted to keep them over here, I'm slowly inching these guys on up on the side over here. If he did start to plummet on them with the cannons, it would have been not looking good. But instead, I guess he can't see. Yeah, they don't have really line of sight on them. Technically, it looks like it. So he can still hit that, but he can't hit these guys because they're hiding. Well, I don't know. You cannot calculate the trajectories. And I think he runs out of ammo later on. So now that they have crossed the bridge, I can go ahead and line them on up and shoot them all down. So let's watch it happen. Yeah, I decided to go for with the approach of guns. I do, and this massive battlefield that I have, I do decide to go for not staying in my fortress. I wish to partake in attacking them outside and use the fortress to help, especially since I have guns. I can go ahead and put. I'm gonna rush some men out here to these spots to go ahead and shoot at them because I know where they're coming up, and these guys can get right here and they're gonna go ahead and start firing, and these guys are gonna stand right here and get shot for a little while. Unfortunately, them, they're gonna get in range of them. And they are going to kill some of them right now. And then we're going to charge on in. Ooh. Got him. And then we should go ahead and shoot a bunch of them. I decided to spin this way because I noticed that he was coming up over this way. To go ahead and cross the water. Because I guess he figured he should go ahead and fire on me across the water. Which is affecting me. You see, this is kind of routing my troops. But I figure it will also route some of his. And this will go ahead and bide me time to go ahead and pot shut them from these guys as he goes ahead and puts these guys right here, and they're all being shot at like a machine gun practically. We are gonna I think these, if we get to the Gatlet guns in this game, we'll make this a little bit ridiculous. Because there were Gatlet guns in this war, and they were used, and, yeah, I guess one could say they committed war crimes with them. Wouldn't be the first time that it happened with U.S. weapons, right? Or French weapons, for that matter, I guess. And now, I don't know what he's doing. I'm curious what he's doing here. I guess he tried to get out of, tried to mop these guys on up, and then reposition them. I'm not sure, but anyway, you know. Then they're getting shot at. A bunch. As they're being shot at too. These people are getting, yeah. And this, I brought my spear guys, my spearmen, over here from over there, from the other side, and I had them attack him, you know. And I kept them in wide movement, so I guess they could get shot less or something. I don't know. And now they're just running from them. He managed to he had quite a bit of troops, you know. He did have quite a bit, and I think he had quite a few come back from, like, routing here and there. So this did manage to be quite the assault on my fortress here. I do not know why they tried it, though. It did weaken me. And this is the Satsuma. The Satsuma. They seem to have invaded my lands. I don't like them. Yeah. And they seem to be quite the superior clan, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. We are both shooting at each other. Yeah. And I didn't have any troops right there. I think I might have moved them back, or they were all shot at. And now he's going to basically try to come in through this way a lot. I have formed up right here with these troops and these guys to go ahead and receive, just so that when they all pile on in this way, I can just shoot them as they come on in. Yeah, you know. And then I'm going to go ahead and move my spear unit right over here too. And then these guys are out here. They are waiting. I was able to pull a group of them back at one point. Or I had another group out here or something. I don't know that I didn't use. Yeah, I didn't use that one of those groups. One of those groups I did send in. But the other unit I kept them back, I guess. And I am still shooting at these guys. With those guys. Over there. And they have the audacity to charge at me. To go ahead and run their butts up this way. And into there. Not there. Not there. Not there. There. That gate. And this is the flag that they're gonna capture. So I decided to bring back my levy garrison right here, line them on up to go ahead and shoot at these guys, moving these guys this way. I want to have them run at them and go ahead and attack them. And eventually, they will take care of all their stuff. And, oh, slicing him up. Slicing him on up. You see, we have... They do pull samurai... They do pull a katana later on. Yes. And now... Oh. Pull the sword. And then they will stab them, and then they will stab them, and then they will stab them. As they continue to both be shot at. I'm probably shooting some of my own troops in this situation too. As you can see, we are routing, and so are they. Yeah, but they're gonna route this way and still be shot at in this situation. Everyone is routing. Now I may add. Now over here they are not. They are not. They are definitely still climbing for whatever reason. They are going to make it through and make it over here. They shoot at them. And then shoot back at them too. This guy's a revolver. He's just pulling that on out. You know, I think I'd rather have a revolver than this. Or is this... The rifle must have been more accurate. Or I would have used my rifle, and then I would have, like, put it behind me and used my revolver, and then reloaded everything else. Because then I would have at least shot, what? 7 men, I guess, depending upon how much my revolver holds. It's a 6 shooter, you know, most of the time. Yeah. Although they did have, by this time, I guess we just didn't sell them to them, or we don't have them yet. In the, I don't know if you get to that point, but they did have carbines by then, to where you could pack it with a 7-shot rifle. Your rifle held 7 bullets. You build them in from like the butt end or something. I don't know. I'd have to look it on up how the first carbine worked. Those came up in the Civil War. And since this was right around that time, America did have them. I don't know if we sold them to them. They're shooting at them. And they're shooting at them. As they all leave. They're all leaving. They decided that this was the wrong thing to do. That was a good decision. Do not stop firing at them. Yep. That one had a revolver also. And all this type of stuff. And then they're shooting at them. And everything. So, as I bring these guys over here, I thought I could capture these. I don't know what the situation is with capturing them. I think you have to maybe kill the unit completely. This would have been this is an interesting hill right here. So, we'll end that battle, and we'll go ahead and look at results. Okay, the stats should be interesting. Right? Flash of steel. Steals me calmness, mirrors the ocean. I await the waves. Japanese death poem. Interesting. Fascinating. Ugh. And the fish. Yeah, so you see, I deployed 3,260 guys, and they deployed 2,940. So I did deploy more. I thought they deployed more than me. That is very interesting. And my losses were 1,504, and his losses were 1,842. Kills. Enemies killed. He killed a lot of his own troops, and I about the same. Statistics. Do I get to see? Can I see his losses and his unit statistics? Parrot guns. This is the yes. Lost. Yeah, 178 kills for the parrot guns. This is his troops, and then this up here is me, and then this. Okay, I didn't know that you could see theirs. So you can see that they did a good bit of damage with their wooden cannons. As you can see, they're not as good, and thus not as big of a deal as parrot cannons, which was 178 guys of mine they killed. That did quite a bit of damage, actually. So that was that battle. Tune in next time, and thank you for watching. Hit like and subscribe. Bye-bye.